short that mech is very, very, very good when you're in close position like that. Fortunately though, there are a lot of barracks and we will see standard marine, medevac, and tank play. But again, these tanks are very good because they don't have to walk very far to hold up a siege position. And now we actually see attack melee attack level 1 for the Zerg as well as his lair. So when that lair is done, we will be able to see what kind of attack he decides to pull out. And meanwhile, the Terran player is just getting everything. You can see siege tech, you can see an eBay, you can see combat shields, as well as stim, I believe, is already done. Yes, it is. He is gonna start dropping the Zerg base here, and with nothing in the main base except a few roaches, I think he might be able to do a lot of damage, and these are actually gonna move out because that was just a bad rally point. And this drop, if it actually catches anything off guard, might be able to pick off an Evo chamber, maybe a few drones, but free damage is always good. Where is that drop? I don't even see it. There it is. He actually spotted that expansion. I think he did. Yes, he should actually drop this expansion instead. Gonna go for the main, gonna see how much damage he can do there, and I think while retreating he will go for that expansion. Now there it is in the main base dropping, but these units are there with those overlords there to spot. He does see everything that's there and is forced to retreat, not losing any units though, so nice little pickup there. Before any of these marines actually take any damage, you can see all of them are in the green. Now it's combat shield just finishing. You saw that little portrait finishing up, and a drop in the expansion here. These spine crawlers will be very useful, but these marines can actually walk right down here and do a lot of damage to the drone line. And this second drop will go for that expansion up here, and if it drops before these spine crawlers finish with stim, he should be able to pick them all off. And there it goes. These marines doing huge damage right here in a little choke. This hero marine trying to get one more kill, but being saved by that medevac. He will eventually just walk up here and retreat back home. So free damage once again by our friend iwinGDI, and now dropping the third base. He might be able to pick off this queen. No, he should target down this spine crawler before he finishes. Actually, a roach on the high ground will almost go down, but not quite. Now he can safely stay back here and do absolutely prevent this expansion from actually mining. Losing a single marine here, might lose a second one. He's gonna target this spine crawler while it burrows, but this will be thwarted away. The spine crawler will have time to burrow, especially with those drones. These should not be attacking right now. They do absolutely no damage, especially when they're bunched up like this, and this drop actually did the damage it should. He should lift off and walk back home right now. Unfortunately, he's not paying attention. He will start shooting away at these spine crawlers, and these marines will get cleaned up. But losing a lot of drones, you can see the income tab, only 26 to 42 harvesters. So Terran a world ahead right now. He has killed 19 SCVs. And in the production tab, you see infestation pit as well as an armory for our Terran player and a third base. So he will float this up to the gold base and siege up with Thors, and there is nothing that the Zerg can do. Zerg is way behind here. He should be taking another expo or just going all in before the Thors come out. There aren't many tanks, so that is one thing he has going for him, but with this nice Sim City here, there is no way he can bust through that. And now Terran is just in such a good position, you have no idea. I think he will be able to win this, so we'll speed up right now. And there he goes, one drop making his way again to the natural expansion. We'll just have to see what kind of damage this does, and there are 5 queens here to defend it, so he does spot it with his overlords and his creep, so he is well ready for this. This won't do any damage, but this other drop will go on the high ground here, maybe pick off this overlord. This single marine says, hey guys, chill out, I got this. And now gonna try and attack on the high ground here, but more spine crawlers going down will be able to thwart away this drop. But still, that is a huge damage by our Terran player. He actually decided to go for the uppermost expansion here instead of the gold. I really feel like the gold with a Planetary Fortress here would have no answer. I mean, The Zerg to bust down the Planetary Fortress basically needs Ultras or Broodlords, and it's not even close to having those. I don't even think he has a Spire yet. So really not even Hive Tech starting. He is researching Burrow instead, so we might be seeing some landmines or some Roach Micro. But really the Terran is so far ahead at this point. There it goes, a huge push, scanning to take out these creep tumors. If he sieges up on the high ground here, there's nothing that Zerg can do. These roaches are so weak. Actually, nice little fungal growth here by the Zerg player, able to kill a lot of Marines, and if he can get another fungal here, he might actually be able to just push in and kill the Terran player. These infestors are actually getting picked off by the tanks. Nice second fungal, killing a lot of Marines again, and this will be enough to finish off most of these. And now he is actually going to be pushing up this ramp. I think that's way too many tanks. That is not wise right now. He should have burrowed, actually. That would have been quite good. And now all these infestors and roaches are actually going to die before they get to these tanks. And these tanks will unsiege and walk away from these infested Terrans, or just blast them to pieces and re-siege right after this. So Zerg actually throwing out his entire army. He actually pulled out some amazing fungal growth, killing every single Marine, but these tanks will be too much. They're gonna siege down on the low ground here, pick away at these queens, pick away at these spine crawlers, and that will be game for our Zerg player. He will stay in this game because it is a tournament play, so he really doesn't want to give up, but expect GG anytime soon, guys. This is basically over it right now. One infestor making its way. Nice fungal here, but these medevacs are actually healing the crap out of these Marines, and none of them actually died. And if they just stay in range of these tanks, there is nothing these roaches can do. You can see them melting away to the tank fire. This infestor not even getting a fungal growth out. So this is game. He will lose this expansion. This third base is well protected by spine crawlers, but he'll lose every single production building, every single tech that he has, and Terran will win this game. So we will be going into game 2 right after this, and we'll see what happens now in game 2. Remember, it is loser's choice, so the second map will most likely favor the Zerg because Antibody will have the choice here. So we'll just stay in this game, see what happens at the end. But there is no doubt in my mind that iwinGDI, our geeky friend, will win this game. Going up in the high ground, even to siege the tanks in the main base. This is GG. And we will see some drone fireworks here. No, they are actually pulled back just in time, but I don't know what Antibody expects here. He just lost his spawning pool. He cannot make any more links. He will rebuild it up here, but that is a futile attempt, unfortunately. These broodlings not even killing a single Marine, even with these siege tanks helping out, and now losing his lair. And he is world behind. There is absolutely almost no mining going on for him. He actually almost came back in harvesters. He has 41 right now, despite losing all his harvesters at his expansion. Now targeting down the infestors, and well, expect GG anytime soon. You have to hand it to Antibody. He is not a quitter. He will fight till the end. These drones think they got this. They are gonna attack the tanks. Drones against tanks, always a good choice. Yep, you can see how effective these drones were. Actually trying to escape to that third base. I believe he did click on one of these mineral patches, so these drones actually went straight through the tanks. And I'll be stopping it here because there is no way that Antibody comes back. So good game, and tune in for game 2.